Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ron Pinson, and I'm running for Superintendent of Chilton County Schools. I'm very excited to announce that I have officially qualified to be on the November 8th general election ballot as independent for Superintendent. I've been working very hard to be on the ballot for the people of Chilton County to choose who they want for the next superintendent. I want to take a moment to go back and give you some information about me, my campaign, and the events that have transpired that have led to my independent candidacy. I did not want to have to go participate in public discussions like this, but I feel like it is time to clear the air and practice what I've been preaching from day one: transparency. In December, my father passed away from a short illness. 3 weeks later, in early January, I lost my youngest brother to a homicide. This has been devastating, to say at least, for me and my family. One day after finding out about the loss of my brother, the Republican Party opened up their qualifying window, and that was between January 4th and January 28th. All the Republicans seeking office. On January 4th, a member of my committee spoke with the party leaders, circuit clerk, and party chairman and asked them specifically what was needed to qualify. She was only told of a single form, and the party needed that, and asked for what I was running for in the qualifying fee. We also inquired again on January 18th, 2022 to make sure that I had all the documents that I needed. I did not file the paperwork until January 25th due to the fact that I was handling my brother's funeral in the state. At that time, I turned in the requested paperwork and paid the fee to qualify. On the same evening, my wife and I had several conversations with Republican leadership and about the qualifications. They told us we had everything in and I would be on the ballot. I received an email on the evening of January 28th, the last day of qualifying, stating that my name would be on the ballot. 5 days later, I got an email from Mr. Alan Childers, who is a local Republican chairman, stating that they had not received my letter from the state superintendent. I asked him what letter was needed and why wasn't I told this before. He could not tell me what document I was missing, but said he had to have a letter from the state superintendent, and since it was in the past, the qualifying date, I could not submit it, nor could I be listed on the Republican primary ballot. Once I learned of the requirement, I reached out to the state superintendent and had the letter in hand within 12 hours. The story of this letter and how the party came to realize I needed it has changed versions multiple times. At this point, I requested a meeting with the election committee. The committee consisted of local business leaders, elected officials, and party members. There was a direct conflict of interest with the current superintendent, Jason Griffin, and the current board president, Pam Price, were both on the committee. Mr. Griffin respectively recused himself. I requested Pam Price to recuse herself, but she refused to do so. On February 4th, I pleaded to the committee that the information they gave me did not include the form, and we asked on several occasions if there was anything else that we needed, and all the answers were no. Ultimately, they voted 3-1 not to put me on the ballot. I left there feeling defeated, hurt, and felt that my own party had let me down. Recently, I learned a few interesting facts I think the public needs to know. The former chairman and current chairman of the Republican Party donated to my opponent's campaign in November. Another sitting committee member was listed as the host for his campaign. Also, 2 other members specifically told me I did not need anything else to qualify aside from the one form and the fee. And each one voted against me at gaining ballot access. After the meeting in the weeks that followed, I discovered that other members of the party had actually reached out to my opponent and told him of the letter. I was not afforded that information. I have also discovered that Pam Price inquired within the probate office asking had I submitted documentation from the State Department of Education just days prior to the qualifying ended. Members of the party knew of the additional documentation, yet they chose to withhold this information from me. The Republican bylaws are very specific. All members must show equal support to all candidates. This experience has been everything but supportive. In February, a county commissioner came to me and wanted to find out what happened with the ballot access and said he would get back with me with some answers. Instead, he went out and played a recording of our conversation to my employer, local elected officials, and other community members in an effort to hurt my reputation. I thought the meeting was held with good intentions, but I was wrong. He later went on to make statements to many people at a local diner stating, "We have the right person on the ticket." Last week, the Republican Party chairman, Alan Childers, went to the probate office and paid for copies of my ballot petitions and now possesses all 600 plus signatures. That means he has everyone that signed their name, gave their address, and date of birth. That information is now being shared within the Republican Party. He has also approached current elected officials, those currently seeking office who signed my petitions, with intimidation and threats of losing Republican endorsements if they support my endeavors. I'm still unsure why the Republican Party is working hard to keep me off this election. Last year, I was named Alabama High School Principal of the Year. I brought so many wonderful programs to my school that focus on student achievement, character, all while improving the facilities and academic scores. My only thought is they want to control the election, and there is complete disregard to you and your right to vote to choose who you want for superintendent. This is what we're dealing with in Chilton County. We have a party leaders who are trying to steer the election. Behavior like this, I have mentioned, is what is holding our county back from progress. Adults and elected officials acting this way is why we are in the mess we're in. Our county has been in the news enough for bad political moves, poor leadership from some local leaders. We must give our community a chance so there is more to life than how we've always done things. If you do what you've always done, then you get what you've always got. I have several opportunities to get out of this race. The loss of my family members, my own party turning their back on me, private investigations conducted against me, but the fact is, I am still running for you, the people of Chilton County. I am running not for me. Just like when I chose to serve in the United States Army, I feel like it is a calling for someone to step up and try to do and help this county move forward. I am running for you to give you a choice who you want to serve as the next superintendent. I am a Republican and have been my entire life. I have been a Republican since 1986, longer than many of the leaders of this county who party swapped in the early 2000s. But there's a saying, things that happen for a reason. Now everyone will have the opportunity to have a say in this election. This is the way it should be, not one party, and in this case, the Republicans. Everyone now can vote for this position in November. Republicans, Democrats, and independents. Everyone will have a voice in choosing who they want for the next superintendent. At the end of the day, I'm a Republican that is running on an independent ticket. I'm going to do what is right, regardless of what party I'm affiliated with. It is your God-given right to vote and choose which candidates you want to represent you in office. I'm running to give you a choice, and I'm running for the students of this county, the teachers and staff who want support, and the parents who want to have confidence in the school system again. And let's take politics out of the school system. I plan on putting out more videos of my plans and vision for this school system soon. I have many great ideas and goals that I want to share with you. Bless our students, the employees of Chilton County Schools, and all our citizens in Chilton County. I feel my diligence is proof that I can stand up for what is right, and I am ready to keep working hard for you, our youth, and employees. I ask for your vote on November 8th, 2022. Let's move Chilton County forward. Thank you.